Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are following along on my TTC journey, then you know that I am on IUI number 3. If you are new here, hi, my name is Anissa and I have been tracking my TTC cycles. I am about to start my live pregnancy test for cycle number 3 for my 3rd IUI. If you watched my last video or one of my last videos, you'll know that the cycle has been quite a roller coaster and that I initially had it canceled and then they upped my letrozole dosage. So here we are. Just to preface this test, I have been testing out my trigger as I normally do. And it's been a little weird because I feel like I've seen a line still a lot later than I did before, which has given me hope and hopefully not false hope. So I just want to show you some of these tests. Maybe you can see the one from yesterday so that you can see what I mean. Wow, you cannot see crap. IRL, let's see. Nope. Okay, well, anyway, there's a little bit of a line there. The other thing that I wanted to mention is I have had a lot of cramping this cycle, and that's not unnormal. I do cramp a lot after my IUI, but I do feel like it subdues. And for the last couple days, I've had like kind of a dull cramping feeling, as well as like sharp pains. And, you know, that is a symptom of implantation cramping. I don't know. I tested it again this morning just with a normal GP, and it was a lot lighter than last night's, so I'm not too sure, but I do see a little bit of something, and I am at 8 DPO today, so the trigger should be out of my system by today, ideally. But I did also have a 24-ounce water before I went to bed last night, so I don't know if that would have made a difference with it being lighter, but I am going to test with a Freyr first response pregnancy test to see if there's anything there today. And then of course I'll continue to test over the next few days. Of course. So we'll see. But yeah, I haven't ever seen a line this late after testing out my trigger, so that's what got me a little bit hopeful. So we are going to dip for 5 seconds and then wait 3 minutes. I don't know why, but I feel like if I move it around, it like gets all versions of the pee, which doesn't make any sense, but I always like move it around. Anyway, so it's been 5 seconds. I pulled it out. It's going. So we'll see. I'm gonna put that down and cover it. Okay, y'all, it has been 3 minutes. So let's see. I don't know if I have that right. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see anything. I'm gonna check it now. I think it's a negative, so we're gonna say it's a negative today, and I will see y'all tomorrow. All right, bye. Okay, wait, real quick. I looked at it again, and there is definitely a faint line. My wife confirmed it, so this is my last Freyr that I have currently, and I was thinking like I would just wait 2 days, but now that I saw a line, I'm probably gonna go to CVS later tonight and buy more because of course I am. So there's definitely a line on here, and I don't think that it is the trigger. It is early, so it's only 8 DPO for me, but it's 10 days past trigger. So yeah, so I will update y'all if I end up testing again tonight, because I might. No judgment. And we'll see what happens. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm gonna test my Freyr this morning with my morning urine. It is cycle day. Well, actually, I have no idea what today's cycle day is, but it's 9 DPO, so 9 days past ovulation, 9 days past my IUI. Yeah, so 11 days past trigger, and we're gonna go for it again. Open this up. I'm happy that I'm seeing a line, but I am still nervous because it doesn't seem to be getting darker. So I'm really hoping that I didn't psych myself out and this wasn't just, and this was just the trigger. But hopefully not. Hopefully it does get darker. I know 9 DPO is still very, very early to see a line. So yeah, trying to remind myself of that. Some symptoms that I've been having, and who knows, you know, I'm taking progesterone suppositories, so it's possible that these symptoms are actually just related to that. But I have been breaking out. You can kind of see here, and over here. I'm having some like cramping and like sharp pains. I puked yesterday, but from my last video, if you watched that, then you know, I always try to remember to get the scissors and I forget. If you watch my last video, then you know that I got really sick last cycle and was puking multiple times or multiple days out of the week. So the puking doesn't necessarily mean anything either. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I see something a little bit darker today. Okay, dipping. Okay. Come on. Well, I'm not seeing the, I need to dip a little bit more. There it goes. Okay. Let's see, it's starting. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover that, and I will be back in 3 minutes. Okay, so it has been 3 minutes. Oh my God, I almost knocked my pee cup. That would have been horrible, and my wife would have killed me. Okay. I'm not seeing anything now. Let me look in the light again, because last time I said that too early. I don't know. I feel like I always like need one of those like little like monocles or something. Oh boy, oh, man. Okay, I'm just gonna say that it's too early. I did see something yesterday after like I looked in the light, and that's like I didn't see anything when I was sitting here, but then when I looked in the light there was definitely like a line or something. I am gonna go look and then I'll be right back. There is definitely something there. Whether or not it's an indent or if it's just too early, only time will tell. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put this in the light and show you what it looks like. Maybe you can see what I'm talking about. So here it is in the light. Let me try to get it. I don't know. Can you guys see that? I hope so. There's like definitely something, but it could be an indent line. God, it's so hard. I don't know, y'all. I think I was really hoping it would be darker today. So hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to show you the other one in the light as well from yesterday. This one, like, I thought I for sure saw something yesterday, so you can totally kind of see it. But, I mean, that could be an evap line now, but And then this is today's, which doesn't seem like it's getting darker. So we'll just see. We'll just keep testing. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Okay, everyone, I am back. It is now the next morning. I did test last night, but I wanted to show you some of my cheapies and to see if you could see what I was seeing for. So this, I hate when they have the little like pieces of fuzz on them. Anyway, this would have been 7 DPO, so like definitely too early, but you might be able to see the line there. Yeah, you can definitely kind of see it in these, I think, now. So that would have been 7, then this is 8 DPO, so morning and night. And you can definitely still kind of see a little bit of a line. And then this would have been yesterday. Oops. So yesterday, I don't know if you can still see it. I feel like it lightened, so I'm not too sure what happened there. That would have been yesterday morning and night. I definitely still saw like a line when I first took it. And then this is the one that I took this morning. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see a line on it or not. I definitely still, wow, I'm shaking. I definitely still see something, but it is a little worrying that it's getting lighter. It is still pretty early, but I don't know. There is definitely something there. I'll put a static photo that I took this morning so you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe you could kind of see it there. I don't know. And then this was the first response test that I took yesterday. I definitely don't know if you're gonna, oh yeah, you can kind of see it there. It does kind of look like an indent line though, so it is hard to know. But I'm gonna take another Freya this morning, so we'll see if anything changed. I'm gonna make this just a quick one today because I honestly feel like crap. I actually just threw up not too long ago. If you watch my last video, you know that I typically get kind of sick with the crinone, progesterone suppositories, so I think that that's the case this time as well. I will say that this morning I had a little bit of a breakdown because I tested again last night and then I tested again with just a cheapie this morning and both looked pretty negative. So I'm feeling really sad about it because I thought this might be the cycle. So I had like a second where I just broke down, but I didn't try testing a Freya this morning, but I do still have that pee, so it has been a couple hours since then. So I'm gonna go ahead and test that with the Freya and just see what happens. I don't expect it to be positive. I think that the line that I was seeing, that makes it look worse. I think that the line that I was seeing must have been either the trigger shot just still in my system, or possibly maybe I had a chemical pregnancy. I'm not sure. People are probably going to say it's more likely the trigger. It's just because of the fact that my last couple cycles, like I have tested out the trigger and I've never seen it last that long, that like made me feel like it wasn't the trigger, but I don't know, who knows. So let's give this Freya a go. God, I feel so nauseous. I feel like I'm gonna throw up right now, actually. Yep, let's not do that. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and give this a go. I know that it's possible that I could still get a line, but I do feel like I would have already seen something. And because I've been here before, I know this feeling, so I'm like, don't even, it's fine. It's like, you're probably out this cycle, which is why I was like crying this morning. Anyway, I'm gonna dip and then I'll keep talking. And you know, our next step is to probably do IVF. I'm pretty sure that that is what we're going to do, and it's just a lot more involved, and I just have a lot going on. I feel like I always have a lot going on, so let's go in. And I don't know, I just not that I won't do IVF, because I will, of course, if I have to, and I think that like that's where we're at. It's just like, it's just kind of shitty, because I didn't want to have to be going through that, and I was hopeful that I was gonna be able to conceive through IUI, but that seems like that's not the case for us, so far at least. So yeah, I don't know. I think there'll probably be like a whole other video about that, and like me processing starting IVI, or oh my gosh, I can't even think today. Me starting IVF. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I am gonna keep testing for at least 2 more days, so until I did it again. Until DPO, 12 DPO. And then I'll probably just wait the last 2 days for my beta. Yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. It's hard. This is like not for the faint of heart. I think like this whole process just takes so much out of you, and like 2 days ago I was so happy and like so optimistic, and then today I'm like waking up sobbing. And it's just like, I was telling my wife that like it feels like so much work, and like just not seeing the results, right? So it's like I don't even like, I was broken this morning when I tested and like didn't see anything, and I was like, I can't imagine like what I'm gonna feel like when I go through IVF, and like if that doesn't work. And like, of course, she's like, you know, remain positive. And I'm like, yeah, like I typically am I am typically a positive person, but I think it's like this whole process and like TTC has made me like a little bit more pessimistic, if I'm being honest. And yeah, I don't know. It's just tough. So we'll see. We will see. Part of me is like, yeah, let's do IVF. Put 3 babies in me. I don't even care at this point. If I have triplets, great. So anyway, it has been about 2 minutes now. So I will be right back in about a minute. Okay, I'm back, and it's my dog. I'm not seeing anything. It's kind of dark in here, but I don't see anything that's like dark enough that I can see it currently. So I'll try to show you that. Ugh. So yep. I just like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I think it's like really hard to not think that it's your fault. Like I like this morning went through like all the things that I've done this cycle, and like I've been trying to drink more water, and I have, oh my god, I've eaten so much pineapple core, and I'm still taking on my prenatals and stuff, but I just like I there's nothing like, what else could I do? I think like lose weight is probably one other thing that like could help with fertility, but other than that, like I can't do that in a week, right? And I have been trying to like eat healthier, and like my wife and I started like making food at home a lot more than we did before during quarantine. So I don't know, it's just I think something that I've kind of learned through this process is like, I was really young when my mom had miscarriages, but like now I like going through the process myself is like I can't even believe that my mom went through like more than one miscarriage, and like she is so strong. And I like being younger then, like I didn't even like, I knew she was sad, but like she like definitely didn't show me, and I can't even imagine like having a child and going through that and like not, and like putting up like a smile every day. So anyway, I think when I start to get really sad like that, I think about like people like my mom who, you know, who had tried for like years. Like my mom tried for I think 3 years, maybe even longer than that, to get pregnant, and she couldn't. And I think about like people who I see on like the Trying to Conceive Reddit threads and posts, and they've been trying for years. And so, I mean, we have been trying now for 7 months, almost 8 months. So I know that in comparison to some is still pretty short, but it just feels like so long. Anyway, I said I was going to make this a short video today, and it seems like it might become one of my longer ones, but I just want to be real with y'all about how I'm feeling and, you know, this process, because it is important to talk about these things, and I don't think it's as talked about. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow for another testing video, and you know, like I gotta stay hopeful that maybe tomorrow will be my day where I see a big fat positive, but I don't know. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Okay, everyone, it is the next day. It is cycle day 27, or 11 days past ovulation, so DPO. I decided that I wasn't going to test today with the Freyr, just because I did test on an Easy at Home this morning and got back a negative pregnancy test. So I just don't want to waste the Freyrs that I just bought when I know it's gonna be negative. So I will show you my Easy at Home test from earlier. As you can see, it is negative. I thought I could still see like a shadow yesterday of something, and I think today's like the first day where I don't see anything. So yeah, I was really emotional this morning. And yesterday. I think I'm just gonna be sad for the next couple days. So I tried to find a couple things to distract myself, like doing my hair and my makeup today, and I took my dog on a walk, and yeah, I think it's just hard, and I think like I'm trying to not be sad, but I also recognize that these are feelings and I need to have them. But I think today we'll probably try to distract ourselves. But yeah, I think I'm out this cycle. I will still take another cheapie tomorrow morning. But I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. So yeah. If you have any words of encouragement, if you have been in this place before, please leave me a line below. I super appreciate your comments, and it makes me feel a lot better to know that I'm not going through this alone. Yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I'm back. It's been a few days since that last clip. I was super emotional after recording, and the following days after that. So I did take a little bit. I did take a little bit of a break before coming back to record this video. So I did end up testing the next day, and I had a negative cheapie, and then I waited till my beta test, which officially came back negative. I did have a consultation the day after my beta test with my doctor to just talk about next steps and, you know, what had happened with these three and if she had any thoughts. And basically, what she told me was like, it just happens that everything looked good on my end, and I definitely ovulated, and I had the last couple times. So this is just one of those cases where it just didn't happen. I asked her if she thought it was related to the PCOS. She said no. That the medication. I mean, I had eventually responded, so at that point, like everything was on track. So she did say that, if we were able to try at home or like a couple who had that ability, then, like 3 times wouldn't seem that much, right? Like couples can try for a year before they start fertility treatment. So she said, definitely weird, but that it didn't happen, but also not unexpected um, because the percentage of success is low. I did also ask her about the chemical pregnancy, and she said that it is possible, but unfortunately, because it had been a few days since I had seen the line, and there wasn't, I think my HCG was less than 2. They weren't sure if that actually happened, so there was no way to know for sure. Um, but I just want to clarify something because I don't think I really talked about it in my first couple videos, and that's that I have tested out my trigger the last 2 cycles, and I usually don't see a line at all by 6 days past trigger. I know that you can see a line, up until 10 days past trigger is what they say. But personally, for me, I had never seen a line past 6 days past trigger. Additionally, part of the reason why I kind of freaked out a little bit in the beginning and I thought I was pregnant and why I do think I might have had a chemical is because of the fact that my line got lighter, 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 and then got darker and darker, and then lighter, lighter, lighter. So that kind of to me seemed like it was getting darker, but then it got lighter. So to me, that was like, oh, I think I may have had a chemical pregnancy. And after watching a ton of videos of women who have had them, I do think that that is what I had. So my biggest reasoning for that as far as symptoms goes is during my cycle or DPO, during 7 and 8 DPO, I was having the strongest cramps, and they were super like it felt like super sharp. And I experienced like a bunch of symptoms during my 2-week wait, and I always just am like, oh, it's the progesterone, it's the progesterone, like it's the suppositories. Like I'd never try to think about them too much, and I just kind of like put them behind me because I know like you can symptom spot for literally anything. But when I do look back during that time, like those cramps I had not felt before in the other 2 cycles, and I remember thinking like, oh, is this implantation cramping? Like, this really hurts. Like, I was like, no one's really talked about it hurting this bad. And then when I like watched videos about chemical pregnancies, everyone that I had seen was like, yeah, I had really, really bad cramps and they really hurt. And I was like, okay. So I do think that personally, I do think that I had a chemical pregnancy this cycle. There's no way to know for sure, but personally, that's what I think. The good thing about that, though, is that they say that after you have a chemical, you are more fertile, and a lot of people who have chemical pregnancies end up getting pregnant their next cycle or 2 after that. So after I met with my doctor and talked to my wife, we have decided that we are moving forward with IVF. So I'm going to be doing another video talking about that decision and kind of summarizing what's happening so far and kind of next steps. But yep, so we are moving to IVF, and it is what it is, but I am excited, and I have a lot of plans for this channel, and especially with this upcoming IVF cycle. So I do hope that you join me during this journey to becoming a mother, because eventually it will happen, and I would love for you to be there with me. I am also going to be doing a video that's going to be summarizing all the cost of the IUIs. So my last 3 IUIs, what they cost, what everything broke down into. I'm super about statistics. I work in tech, so I love me some maths. So I'm going to be putting all that out there, and then I'm also going to be talking about how many shots I've taken, how many blood work appointments I've had, all of those details. So if that interests you, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel so you can see that video. Yeah, so keep a lookout for that, and thank you so much for all of your support. I love reading the comments, and they make me feel so much better. This process can be extremely lonely, and you can feel super isolated, especially right now because we can't go anywhere. And so having the community online and having people that relate to you is so valuable, and I do not take any of that for granted. So please, 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 if you're even considering connecting or anything, drop me a message below, reach out. I would love to chat. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, so keep an eye out, and this is disappointing, but I have hope for the future, and I know that one day, hopefully this year, I will be a mother. So, God, I'm already getting emotional. So, yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again. Bye.